G'day guys, how we going? Uh, 2 weeks to go. We're up to our conference championship games. Oh, not conference. Oh, sorry, we just did our conference championship games. Um, yeah, we're off to. I don't even know what you want to call this. Well, just a freaking championship game qualifiers, I guess. I don't know. Rip and Time Championships. Yeah, there you go. That'll do me. Rip and Time Championship week. Repping one of the new shirts that I got. I've actually got one for each of the teams I've got in the league. So let's shrink some shit around here. Don't want that. No, don't want that one either. There we go. And wait. There we go. All right. So playoffs as they played out last week. Perry's number 6 seed, Washington Redskins, managed to roll Sean's number 2 seed, Staten Island Staples, and take out the Lambeau Conference Championship. Fantastic effort for Perry. I think at one point there he was actually looking like he was going to start moving some pieces for draft picks. Had a massive week 2 weeks ago to roll Jake's Brooklyn Lions. And big finish the other day. It was pretty late in the game where he actually took the lead and managed to pull away for a not comfortable win, but a decisive victory anyway. Huge effort, Perry. Bad luck, Sean. You had a really good season, man. Yeah, I think you were about number 4, I think, overall in total points scored for the season. So, fantastic. Really close games. And definitely added some drama there late on the Monday night football games that were on. All right, Brown Conference. Congrats to Steve Triffett, Devo. Just managed to outlast Dave Malone's New York Cardex. Another really close game. This one, I think it got within about, I want to say about 5 points there at one point. And then Devo's team actually pulled about 24 points clear, and then Dave's team started to make a late comeback, but there just wasn't enough minutes left. Poor performance from Caleb Williams on the Monday night game did not help Dave's chances at all. Great season though, man. Yeah, you're one of the better teams in the conference. Come in as a third-ranked team, and you and Devo had a couple of close matchups, I think, during the season. So definitely bodes well for the future. But yeah, congrats, Devo, man. Chance at the title, and you will be matched up actually against Perry's Washington Redskins. You will enter as the number 1 seed in the championship round, and Washington Perry he enters as the number 4 seed. So, all right. In the Lombardi Conference, the Racine Legion up against the Boston Redskins. This game was over pretty early, man. Racine have been rolling pretty damn good. Probably, I'll check this out while I'm talking. I'll do it on another screen so you guys aren't looking at what I'm doing. But I would say it would be as high a scoring team as there was in the league, certainly over the back half of the season. So I'd say from about, what's halfway through this one? It's week 7, isn't it? So probably from about week 7 onwards, this would have been one of the highest scoring teams in the league. For Steve Peters, so you ended as number 1 seed, man. Had a great record during the season, best record in the league. But just bridged too far at the end. That Legion team has been smoking, and yeah. Then the Hallis Conference. I can't congratulate myself, obviously. It kind of feels like a dickhead move. Hammond Pros played against the Chicago Cardinals, and this game was pretty much over after the Sunday or Monday games, depending on what part of the globe you live in. I think it was about a 200-point gap going into the final Monday night game, so the Pros were just too much. Just scored too many points. One of the highest scores posted during the week, actually. So, Mike, very much congrats on your season, man. You were, I think it was the 3rd overall highest scorer on the season. Beat probably the best team in the league last week by a small margin. But I said, this is fantasy football. I said, you can't say he wasn't deserving of his spot. I said, it just didn't work out well this week for him. Just too big a score from the Pros. And from my point of view, from my perspective anyway, certainly happy to have 2 out of my 4 teams that I've got in the league make it to the championship round. And as it turns out, they'll be playing against each other this week, facing off for a shot at the title. One will win, one will be out. So I've guaranteed myself a place in the final. Obviously, I've talked about the Racine team a fair bit during the season, but I feel like it's a pretty damn strong team. Offensively, it's one of the best in the league, very close to it, and defensively, it's still pretty solid. So Hammond, I think, probably carried by the defense. They got a pretty damn strong defense that scored very well during the season. So. Yeah. I just wanted to have a quickly scroll over the teams, actually, just to see what they look like and what sort of similarities you've got coming through here. Where are we? Oh, I got the Pros there. So, first off, let's start off with the team from the Lambeau Conference. Perry and his Washington Redskins. Looks like he's pretty much relying on one quarterback, Josh Allen. And apparently, I'm assuming probably a couple of tight ends in Trey McBride and TJ Hawkinson. Wide receiver wise, you'd be looking at probably Puka Nacua, DJ Moore, then some sort of combination of Jacoby Myers, and Darnell Mooney. Mooney had a horrible game last week, but so did the fucking Falcons were awful. God, they were terrible to watch. And defensively, Ashawn Robinson's had a pretty damn good season. Harold Landry, he pops up on one of my teams. Definitely, he's had a pretty solid season. Cooper and Granderson. That's got some pretty solid linebackers in Caden Ellis, Roquan Smith. Then likes of Ernest Jones, Josie Jewell, Kaiser White. Like, they're all pretty solid. I've talked about CBs in the in the preseason. I'm not going to talk about CBs. They're shit. Safety wise, probably Kirby Joseph. Jonathan Owens is probably producing a bit at the moment now that he's taken. Yeah, he's been pretty solid. So he's a potential starter. Has he actually been starting him? Nope. Justin Reed's been solid. Amani Hooker's been solid. Jamari Connor, very hit and miss. He's a bit all over there. Will Harris actually has scored pretty solid the last couple of weeks too. So not that anyone's starting him, but there's a couple of us with him sitting there. So injuries have certainly played their part for Perry. Brandon Ayuk, Chris Godwin would 100% have been in the rotation. Aiden Hutchinson definitely would have been too. Dre Greenlaw come back last week. Probably not really a starting commodity right now. So, but yeah, Perry, pretty solid team for Perry. Not the real standout at wide receiver. Puka Nakua is a really good wide receiver. He's points. He actually managed to score points last week when the Rams basically did sweet fuck all on offense. So he's an integral part of their offense and will generally always get points. So all right, Devo's team. Jalen Hurts, Jordan Love, that's his quarterbacks. He will live and die by that. Rico Dowdle probably offers a chance as a starter. Jordan Addison, Nico Collins, Say Flowers, CeeDee Lamb, Brian Thomas Jr., probably your main starters. I've got to assume he stopped starting Marvin Harrison Jr. Yep. Good move, bro. He's been horribly disappointing, actually. I think he's been very average. I'm assuming TJ Hawkinson's probably a starter at tight end now. DT's probably Keon White. Well, Keon White's probably cooled off a little bit. Yeah. No, he's not starting him. He started him. Did start him last week. I'm assuming he's possibly switched to Gravy Jarrett. I like Gravy Jarrett. Grady Jarrett. Harold Landry pops up again. There you go. Fucking random random players that are going to pop up on all of these teams. It could be interesting. So Landry, I don't know what else would be starting there. Maybe you might even go Khalil Mack. He's been disappointing this year. Hasn't offered much at all. In the right matchup, he could put up a big week, but yeah, it's pretty damn hard. Linebacker wise, probably filthy that lost Overshane, and I'll tell you, he's going to be hard pressed to be back even next season. I'm assuming Foy's one of his starting linebackers. Yes. And maybe Jack Campbell. Jack Campbell's actually put up some points lately, so he had a good week there last week. So Potentially Adrian Cooper. Once again, I don't give two fucks about cornerbacks. Safeties, Kyle Hamilton, Traven Moerig, Harrison Smith. Probably 3 starters there. Yeah. Good, strong team. Yeah, it'll be interesting. It should be a really, really close game between you guys. I'll put that up there. I have not set a team at all myself on either of my teams currently. So, but what are they saying? Fantasy Sharks saying the Texans are a slight favourite. I don't know if both of these guys have actually submitted a lineup at this point. It is early in the week. We haven't even had waivers go through yet. So, look, Perry's always going to be hard to beat, even if it is one quarterback. Josh Allen's been on a freaking tear of late. What did he score? I think he had about 60 points or something this week. Yeah, there you go. Like last 2 weeks, he's put together 120 points, over 120 points. So, yeah. See, you don't need 2 quarterbacks when one's doing that. So, all right. I'm not gonna predict a win. These teams, the teams are too good. Supposedly they're the best of the conference facing off against each other. So, be interesting to see whether anyone plays some games on who they start, whether they try to avoid starting players that the other teams have got, or what's going to happen there. Actually, looking at this, he's gone Perry's gone for 2 defensive tackles there. So, all right. Now the Hammond Pros. No, actually, we'll go Racine first to keep it in order. So Racine, Lombardi Conference champion. Probably only really one quarterback. Gino, I've got to say, is probably doubtful this week. I don't know. We'll see. Which will mean you're looking at Barkley, Cook, Gibbs, some combination of Adams, Chase, Jerry Jeudy, probably. Vlad McConkey's a chance too. Then you got Trey McBride and Johnny Smith. So there's plenty of options. Plenty of options there on offense. That it doesn't. It's probably not a huge loss if Gino's out. In fact, it might actually be more beneficial if he is out. Defensively, or DT, whatever. Probably Jalen Carter. Probably a starter. Defensive end, is that Harold Landry again? Oh, good God. Landry, probably Jonathan Grenard. Maybe Nolan Smith. Maybe he's had some good games of late. The problem is, I think the 1 week that I plugged him in a starter in a couple of places, he did fucking nothing. Then rolls out and does 32 points last week. So, I don't know. He's definitely in the mix as a starter. Linebacker-wise, Jordan Brooks has been solid. Caden Ellis has been solid. Jamian Sherwood. It is Jamian, apparently. I actually heard him say his name the other day. So, all damn solid linebackers. Definitely good enough to start on pretty much any team in the league. Once again, don't give a fuck about corners. Safeties, if Deshaun Elliott plays, I would say he's in the lineup, but I don't know where we're at with the injury there. Lost Tyler Newman, which sucked. So he eliminated an option there. So Kyle Hamilton, Derwin James, Metallus, maybe Will Harris. There's options there. Injuries, there's nothing that's really going to affect. Like obviously, if Max was healthy, he'd be playing, but I'm pretty sure his season's basically over. I think what I read the other day, I think said he was done for the season, and I got to imagine that is the case. So, yeah, it would have been nice to have Max there as an option, but hey, we've all dealt with injuries all season long. So now the Hammond Pros, probably Jared Goff and Joe Burrow. So Burrow will cancel himself out on both of these teams. James Cook, James Cook will be definitely in the lineup of this team. Not sure on the other one. So Lad McConkey's probable. He probably definitely starts on this offense. This offense is definitely not as good as the Racine team, but that doesn't mean they can't match them point wise too. Then you got Mooney, DJ Moore, Jameson Williams, Johnny Smith. So Johnny Smith and there's a chance of Dalton Kincaid, but like Johnny's been absolutely amazing, and Kincaid, in all honesty, has been a pretty large disappointment for the most part of the season. Whereas Jono, I mean, have a look at what he's done in the last 5 weeks. So he's, 140, 170, like nearly 175, 180 points in the over 5 weeks. So these are the sort of runs. I had David Njoku at the end of last year on a couple of teams. He just went nuts. So he had a huge finish to the season, and Johnny Smith's having a very similar one. I don't think it's quite as big as what David Njoku did last year, but still huge. Cam Hayward will start every single week. He's just been phenomenal this season. Yep, whatever. Didn't have a huge game last week, but Nick Benito is definitely a chance to start. Hang on. Are we serious? There it is. Harold fucking Landry is on every single team that could play for the title. One of the most obscure stats you'll come across. That's nuts. So Nick Benito, Harold Landry, Michael Parsons, and Gregory Russo. So 3 of those 4 probably will start. Linebacker-wise, probably TJ Edwards. TJ's probably the most likely starter there. I know Tyrese Knight had a pretty good game, but it'll be TJ. The way the Bears are going, he gets so many tackle opportunities now. They're playing the Lions this week. Like, how do you not start him? Yeah, once again, CBs. This is where this team is absolutely nuts. That's safety, man. Buda Baker, Nick Cross, Kyle Hamilton. Winfield, if he's healthy, will be probably the 4th starter. There's nothing else there. If he's not healthy, I don't know. I'll possibly Delpit against the Bengals. I don't know, man. But if Winfield's healthy, he'll be in the lineup. But I don't know. Don't know if that's going to be the case or not. I should have. Anyway, but really good safeties on this team. So there's depth there. Damar Hamlin missed a stacker last week too, I think. He went out of the game pretty early. Jabril Peppers has actually been scoring all right since he's come back from suspension. So, yeah. Anyway, should be a really good game. The Harold Landry thing actually blows my mind. Now, if you'd have turned around and told me that every single team in the championship round had Joe Burrow on their team, I'd have believed it. If they all had I don't know, Lamar, Josh Allen, you'd believe it. Harold Landry, I think obviously I didn't go right through everything, but I think Harold Landry is the one guy that's probably going to start on all the teams and pops up on all four teams. So that is nuts. That's what I was looking at. I don't really think anyone cares, do they? I'll have a look and see if I can work it out. No, you can't. It's too hard. Yeah, no. This is if I come up with a answer to it, I'll put it into the chat. But yeah, I was gonna come up with some harebrained thing where I was actually going to bounce between my as an owner of two franchises going up against each other this week. I tried it. It just felt super awkward. I would have loved to have pulled it off, but I just don't have that temperament. I don't think. Anyway, guys, thank you all for the season. Best of luck to Perry and Devo this week. Good luck, guys. You both deserve to be there. It's just going to come down to the luck of the draw at the end of the day. So, whose guys show up and whose guys don't. Anyway, that was. Thank you. Thanks for watching if you do. And see you later.